Yo, so I had somebody reach out to me and they saw a picture with me and Robert. And it was like, man, is that real? Is that AI? Did you really meet him? I was like, yeah, I met him at one of his events. And the guy asked me, he was like, what's your favorite book from him? And I was like, well, the cliche answer would be The Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? That would be the cliche answer. Where that was the first book I read about him. And that kind of definitely opened my mind up to entrepreneurship, money, the whole nine. But I would say the best one I like is the cash flow quadrant because it talks about each one of the four quadrants: the employee, small business, the big business, and the investor mindset. Because it's not just to understand, like, you don't just get into these quadrants without your mind frame transitioning into how those quadrants really operate. And that really gave me the deep psychology behind those four things. And look, honestly, to be fair, like, yo, people, you see people on the internet all the time talking about, yeah, quit your job, blah, blah, blah. Dude, hey, I'm one of the people that's going to tell you to keep your job. But I would definitely say if you're going to play in that E quadrant, then you definitely need to play over there in the I quadrant and make sure that you invest in that money that you're making. Because if you've seen my previous videos where I talk about stuff happening with the economy, you don't know what's going to happen. I tell you one thing, real estate would be one example that's going to keep paying you no matter what happens to the economy because people need a place to stay. And then if you're talking about even doing like small business or something, that could be good for tax write-offs while you sitting in the E quadrant. And if you want to go to the B quadrant, then obviously you're going to have to transition out of the E quadrant because you're going to be building something big that's going to be 500 employees or bigger. So you're definitely going to want to put the time toward that.